Hi, Tonya. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you? It's wonderful to see you.
You too, even though we're not in the co-working space together today.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for taking some time to talk with me. I know that you've seen all of our Be the Change videos and things that we've done to support the campaign. And now, we're gearing up and doing more intimate, personal conversations with people just about the way that you see things, a little bit of your opinion on it, just so that we're offering a different point of view for people out there, to take a perspective of this thing on.
Well, I'm happy to be involved in this discussion. It's a really important one. Um, this is an extremely important time in our history, and I think it's critical to continue to have these conversations about race, unity, and equity. But at the same time, I believe that while we're calling people out on some of these issues, we need to be thoughtful about bringing them into the discussion, right?
Very much so, yeah.
So, in order to be the change, which is what this campaign is all about, we all have a role to play in this
Absolutely.
great idea that is America.
Hmm.
That means sustaining it, healing it, nurturing it. Because for me, as a mother, it is so important to have a better, braver, and safer world, not only for my own son, but for other people's children as well.
I love that. A better, braver, and safer world. I love that. And then you
Take
haven't you're getting it twice because as a journalist, right? You see the news and then you have to go out and report the news. You have to almost involve yourself in these topics. Like I have the luxury and the privilege almost of ignoring. I don't want to say ignoring it, but I can skip past the videos. I don't have to read all the articles, let alone, go back and relay that. So there's a girl I follow on social media, and I think she's a journalist, but she's more pop culture, and she does social media for magazines and things. And she put up a post one day, and it was just kind of like what I just said. She's like she has to get it twice over. She has to read the news, relay the news, live it as a Black woman as well. And
Mhm.
so I can only imagine because, like I said, for me, it's a luxury and a privilege that I just kind of sometimes I don't want to feel everything, right?
Well, we can't help but feel everything. And the pain that many people are feeling is not new, unfortunately. Um, there are decades of examples of
Mhm.
why we are where we are.
Yeah,
But as I said, we need to be more thoughtful about it now. And it does take unity. And we have to be able to overcome these barriers so that we can survive as a nation and as a world.
yeah, a new world too, because it's not even necessarily about fixing things. It's about dismantling some things and putting new structures and things like that in place at this point. From what I see, I think that some things just, some, ways have been for decades the same policies, the same people in charge and things like that. And I think it's time for a new.
Well, I think there has to be intentional change because there are policies that have led to systemic crises. And at the same time, undoing some of those policies, that doesn't automatically correct the
Right.
ills that have happened throughout society when we talk about the socioeconomic impact.
Yeah.
So you have to be intentional about what is going to happen because there's an outgrowth of those policies even after those policies have ended. And that's why change
Exactly.
is not automatic.
Mhm. Are there any things that you're doing that maybe you've always done or something that you've recently started doing to kind of be a catalyst for some of the change, be it in your household or your friend groups?
Well, I would say, first of all, through my work, uh, unfortunately, I've had the opportunity through my role at work to be more thoughtful about how we're choosing stories and who is chosen for those stories. and just bringing more voices to the table to talk about what is happening. And that's critically important, especially when we're all at home consuming all of this media.
Mhm.
But in addition to that, as a mother, as a daughter, as a wife, as a niece, as a friend, I think we all find out what can we be doing in our own corner of the world regarding the organizations that we belong to, what are our outreach efforts,
Yeah.
how are we connecting with what is needed now, if that means trying to find resources for a child who needs a computer or multiple children who need computers, or dealing with lack of access, those issues, all of that's very important. And we all have the power to do that, right?
Yes.
So whether you're doing it through your PTA or through your fraternity, sorority, whatever the case may be, there are folks out there who are doing those things. It's not just me saying it. These are things that I've been involved in either directly or indirectly through my family or through organizations.
Well, thank you so much for taking time. I know you're a busy woman, but I know that just this conversation alone will resonate with so many people. So thank you for continually being the change and for all of, keeping us informed and everything.
Well, thank you to S&P WorkLab for taking on and launching this huge campaign, which is so important for all of us. We have to think about it before we can do it.
Yeah, thank you. It's
So I
bigger than we could have thought it would be. So I'm so happy. And thank you for being a part of it.